So we didn't get arrested. That's good. And we got let out. How do you like that? We didn't have to climb over the fence. I love it. So that excavator drops it in that chute. That chute, they separate it out. There's 3 piles. There's big debris, little debris, and then this stuff is all clean and ready to go back on the beach. That is a pile of debris that is coming off of Fort Myers Beach. That's the FEMA pile. Coming out on the other side, and there's their work barge, and this is a turbidity fence. That's what this yellow thing is. That's to keep it contained when they get stuff in here that shouldn't be in here in the water. It's called a turbidity fence. These are those extra pieces of concrete that they have left over when they put those gigantic pilings in, and when they get them in far enough, they cut these pieces off, and then they're scrap. So here we are, we're on Lover's Key on the beach. I'm gonna put my phone on my bike, put my big butt on my bike, and then we're gonna go check this out. So we're going down the beach, and we're gonna go down into Lover's Key. Do you wanna go through a trail, or do you wanna go all the way around? So with the amount of tracks that are on the beach, it makes me think that what they've been doing is they've been working on it. They probably are bringing the sand around and putting it back on the beach, is what I'm thinking. I don't really know. These big old tracks are tractor tracks. Probably, possibly, some of these dump trucks that they use on the beaches and that. So we're gonna go check this out. See what we're getting into. So at any rate, look at that. That's the bridge that they're building, $90 million bridge. And then here we are, we'll be on, it looks like some pretty compacted surfaces here, and we're gonna go be snooping around just to see what's going on in Lover's Key and why it's not open yet. So we're coming in from the beach. There's no signs that tell us we can't do this. There's nothing that says no trespassing. And honestly, I don't think we're doing anything wrong. So, but here we are. There's a lot of traffic going through here because you can tell by yeah, they're working inside of here. You see those big pieces of equipment. So they're working back in here. They're probably not working today, so this is a good day for us to come and snoop. So here we are going into Lover's Key, and we're checking out what we're dealing with. I'm sure that Hurricane Milton made a mess. I'm sure that they got the same problem that we had anywhere else. So Angie and I got married here, and what happened with that is the gazebo and the bathrooms where we got married, they both got destroyed. So right there, that's the caretaker's area. We're not going to go there. So we're going to go down through here, and this looks like it's going to get kind of rough. So this is why Lover's Key isn't open right here. You see this? So this is why, because it's all ate up from the storm. So they got to smooth all this out. It looks like they're keeping some of their equipment back there, and we're just going to go slow and try not to run out of battery power, because I don't want to walk back out or pedal back out. There you go. Look at this. So if there wasn't all this stuff, I could ride with no problem here, but I'm sorry, I'm carrying the camera, so it makes it a little more difficult. So this is a lot more smooth. So a lot of that was caused by the storm surge, and here we are, we're going in there. They've been driving around that area where that tree was, and parts of it they're doing four-wheel drive stuff, and then through here we're coming through here. So now what could we run across? Well, who knows, man. That looks like a very large vulture bird to me. But with nobody being around, there could very well be alligators in here. And alligators aren't going to be interested in us unless they're really hungry, and I'm sure the food source here is pretty well versed. Look at the size of those birds. So those are turkey vultures, I think. And there's something back there dead because they're hanging out around here. So it's pretty interesting. So we're going back a trail. This trail's about, say, a mile long, maybe a mile and a half long. And I wonder if we're gonna get yelled at once we get in here. I wonder if there's anybody in here at all. So the people who live here, there's some cottages back there, but if the place is not open, I don't know that they've spent money to fix their residences yet. So they would have gotten swamped by this hurricane because they're not raised. So here we go through another area that's kind of rough. It's kind of fun on the old electric bikes. Be more fun on my Jeep. We're heading into Lover's Key to figure out what the heck is going on in Lover's Key and why isn't it open yet. That's what we're doing. Now across from here, they have that big sand pile. And that big sand pile has distracted me and made me not realize that they don't have this open. So as part of this video, I'm gonna have Hudson come over here, and he's going to videotape this he's going to do a drone on it, and we're going to see what's going on. So there's a possibility that this is just a big untouched mess, and that there's big washouts that are all over the parking lots and stuff. So at any rate, that's what we're doing. We're going to go check it out and see what we're getting into, and wonder if we're going to get yelled at. I would have thought there would be sand all over the place here. So there might be sand up here further. Now this is pretty clean, and they could have cleaned this up, and they could have put that shell down since the hurricane. Actually, I would say they have. It looks pretty nice. So it's like we got this whole park to ourselves. It's kind of cool. So here we go. We're just driving around. Angie's going to be busting a move here. So we're going to try to go out a different way so we don't have to fight our way out and go up that trench. So all this stuff here looks like maybe they did get a mess and they're cleaning it up, and maybe it's not open because they don't have it cleaned up yet. I'm not sure, but or they could have washed out the bridges. So we're going to see if them guys are going to come get us or not. Come tell us we're not allowed to be in here. So just looking around here, just trying to figure out what they're doing and why this isn't open yet. It looks like it's going to be open here shortly, though. That bridge may have washed out. There's a bridge that takes you out to the beach. That may have washed out. I doubt it. It was built pretty good. And Hurricane Milton was just a storm surge. We didn't really actually get the hurricane itself. So this helicopter may be for us. Who knows? It'll be the first time I got arrested for breaking into a park. So, no, that's just one of them tourist helicopters. We're heading to the main entrance of this place, and which is normally blocked off pretty good. I don't know if we're gonna be able to get around it or not. There's got to be a little path that we can get through. So, and here we go. We might be getting yelled at, or they're just going to ignore us. Awesome. They gave us a wave. You gotta love it. She don't know if we're supposed to be in here any more than we know if we're supposed to be in here. So I don't know. This looks pretty cleaned up to me. So it's Lover's Key, and we're just trying to figure out why it's not open after Hurricane Milton. Hurricane Milton hit us about, how long ago has it been, Angie, since Milton hit us? Been a week? 2 weeks? I don't know. There's a lot to do. There's a lot that's been done already. The fact that this is all cleaned up is good news. And I don't know. This is kind of interesting. It's kind of interesting to see that they've cleaned this up already. We don't know what the beach looks like, so maybe we'll turn around and go back and check the beach out. Well, we saw what the beach looks like. You want to do the beaches by Wave Runner, babe? So anyway, here we are. Let's see if we can get out or not. They might have these things unlocked, and we can just slide out real quick. Automatic gate, please pull up close. Well, I certainly ain't gonna lift these big old heavy bikes over this stuff. I know. Maybe the other one. Maybe the other one's dummy locked. We'll see. All right, we're checking it out, seeing if we can get out. Maybe she'll let us out.
Maybe they're around the other one.
Huh? Maybe she'll let us out.
How did you guys get in here?
We rode up by the beach.
Huh?
We came up by the beach.
Okay, so yeah, our park is closed.
All right. You want to let us out? We'll leave.
Yeah, absolutely, yeah. I passed you guys, and we have volunteers that live on site, and there's a group of two, and I passed by, and I was like, wait a second.
Yeah. Well, you know what? We live close by, and we're just curious why this place is still closed. It looks like you guys have been cleaning it up. Looks good.
Yeah, so the beach still needs to be processed. We are going to open it before they're able to do that, but they are going to do a beach nourishment soon. But it's mainly just like getting all the park roads.
Yeah. Looks good. You guys have done a good job. I would imagine it was a mess.
Yeah, the beach bridge as well is also pretty damaged, so they had to do some work on that just to make it ADA compliant so we can open back up. And then our trails are all really damaged and closed. They just fixed the service road.
You want us to go back that way, or?
I'll let you guys out here.
Okay,
I
cool.
really apologize.
No, you're not apologizing. We know.
Wait, hold on.
We know we're pushing the envelope. We just was curious. The curiosity was killing us.
I don't think we have anything marked on North Beach, so if you guys live right down the
Yeah.
road, yeah.
We live on the first street on Fort Myers Beach.
Okay, yeah. So
All right, no problem.
You guys know, there's a park close sign at the front, but yeah, not up there. Totally not your guys, but I figured
All right.
I'd let you know.
Let us out. We're good. I don't want to try to lift this big heavy bike over your fence. What do you think about your new mountain? Isn't that crazy? Is that insane or what? It's probably the highest elevation in Florida now, huh?
Right? Apparently they're using that for the beach nourishment on
Yeah. All right, well, thank you.
Yeah, absolutely. I hope you guys enjoyed the beach regardless.
We did.
Thank you.
It was interesting. Oh. So we didn't get arrested. That's good. And we got let out. How do you like that? We didn't have to climb over the fence. I love it. So here's what's had me distracted. Look at that big old gigantic pile. That is just insane. I can't believe there's that much sand that's come off of this beach up here. And as we go around the corner here, you're going to see, hopefully you can hear me. If not, I'll have to do a voiceover on this whole thing. But so this guy's working. Nobody else looks like they're working today, but this guy's doing the processing and he's working. So it's going to take a long time for it to happen. So that excavator drops it in that chute. That chute, they separate it out. There's 3 piles. There's big debris, little debris, and then this stuff is all clean and ready to go back on the beach. That is a pile of debris that is coming off of Fort Myers Beach. That's the FEMA pile. And this right here, these are the trailers and the offices for the guys that are building the bridge up here. This used to be, when Ian hit, all of this was all debris. It was 4 or 5 stories tall, and it was a monstrous amount of debris, and that's all gone now. All this stuff here you see is got to do with that $90 million bridge project, where they're rebuilding a bridge and making it high enough that they won't need the drawbridge anymore. So this is Remove It Pro's demolition. This is me. My curiosity was killing me. I wanted to see what was going on with Lover's Key, and we checked it out. They got it all cleaned up. They're about ready to open back up. They got a repair they got to make on the bridge to make it ADA compliant, and then we are heading back over, and this is very scary because the traffic, there isn't really a lot of room, so we're going to have to slow the traffic down. So here we go. So So here we are. We're coming back from our beach adventure where we went and checked out Lover's Key. We're heading back down to our house, and that was kind of fun. We got escorted out by the ranger. It was kind of funny. She's like, "No, wait a second. What are they doing in here?" That's funny. She wasn't rude or anything. It was pretty funny. "How'd you get in here?" "Well, we came by the beach." "Well, there's no signs down there." "I know. We noticed. No signs." So it's all good. So that's it. We went down, checked out Lover's Key, and there's really not a lot to see. They've got it all cleaned up and ready to go. They got to fix that one trail we were on. Probably have to fix some of the other trails as well. So it's a little windy. So it means it's going to be splashing up on me, which I'm not supposed to be getting my hand wet, so I'm going to have to be careful. And we're going to run over and just take a peek at the shore all the way over and see what kind of a mess Milton left for Lover's Key. So it won't be splashing as much once I get up and out of the water. So there's another weight runner out there. All right, here we go. We're gonna bust the move. It's funny that the bay is choppier than it is over here. It's kind of interesting how it is. It's because the wind is blowing that way. These islands will block off they'll block off a lot of it. So look at that up there. There's a guy up in there. That is a machine that drives those big steel things in. They're putting a little bit more of a bridge piece in here. And we're gonna go over here by the shore. So technically, you're not allowed to be out here with your boat either. You're not allowed to have a boat up on the beach on this state park. Every year they're out here telling people that they're not allowed to be doing it. So there's some debris. And then there's some more boats out here. I'm gonna go out and around them. So we're not the only people curious about Lover's Key. So I'm gonna run out here and go around. This is really low out here. Might get beached because of it. So this is really shallow too. You see where that wave runner? That wave runner's sitting on the sand. This isn't a foot deep here, or 6 or 7 inches. So going around Lover's Key, just trying to see what are we dealing with. What are they doing? I've seen these pipes. They were talking about beach renourishment. They lost a lot of their beach too. Okay, the beach where you see the beach where those mangroves are. Normally, there's 100 foot of beach right here. So they lost a tremendous amount of their beach as well. So interesting stuff, huh? Not good. Not good at all. I wonder where the sand's all dispersed up inside of the mangroves and that. So getting the sand back, they're not going to be able to do it without pulling the mangroves out. But look at the mangroves here. Look at them. They're all dead. They're all dead, man. You know what? Actually, if you look really close, a lot of them have little buds on them. Now, our trees in front of our house, some of them have some green, they have some growth on them. So I guess, you know, it tries to kill them and they just come on back. So I'm in only, if you look really close, I'm in about a foot of water. So that's kind of weird here. Then there's somebody walking around up in there. The park apparently is closed. So that's super crazy shallow there. There's at least 50 to 100 foot of beach missing all the way down through here. This is all missing beach. So it pushed some of it in, pulled some of it back. It's shallower out here than it normally is. So these storms, they just reshape the beaches in a big way. So we're getting up here. I got married on this beach. We got married in a gazebo, and Hurricane Ian took that away and tore it down. And so here we go. Are coming from. So you can see that so much of the beach has been pushed up in there, and a lot of the beach has been pushed back or pulled back, and the beach nowhere near that. This is 100 foot of beach missing. I'm gonna see them people walking. I don't know where they're coming from. That's interesting. This is the bridge they were talking about, that they wanted to make sure that it could be used by everybody. ADA client is accessible is what she said, so maybe there's a piece that's missing, or there's some handrail missing or something. I wouldn't imagine that this hurricane could do anything to that bridge. That bridge is very well built. So let's stop and take a look at this. So that's what they're working on right now. You see all the drifts up against that. You see the sand drifts on it. So all that sand got displaced from here, from on the beach, and a significant amount of this beach is missing. It's pretty bad. It's kind of like Bonita. It's the same thing on Bonita. Thing on Fort Myers Beach, but in a different way. Fort Myers Beach is not as deep as it used to be, as thick as it used to be, but it doesn't seem like it's missing. Here, this beach it's gone. It's pushed and pulled out. It's pulled out and pushed in. So this up here is a sandbar. This sandbar's been here for a long time. People came from that boat. They're walking over here because they left their boat sitting out here. How do you like that? Ah, there's somebody naked on it. Funny, funny. So here we are. This is another island. This is actually Black Island. Actually, I don't know what the name of this island is. This is kind of a outshoot of Black Island. But this is owned by one of the big communities up on 41. This is their private little thing here. So that boat, we were wondering what happened to that boat. And there's that boat. That boat was sitting over in the bay on the other side. So the water actually took the anchor and pushed it up on shore. So this is something that they may end up doing over there. All the way down these beaches. I see those big pipes they have. I don't know if they're using them to do the dredging or if they're going to pound them into the ground like these things here. And this slows down the erosion. So at any rate, we're heading on down to Bonita, and I'm wanting to check out Bonita from the shore, see how much of this beach is missing. You see all this land here, all that sand right there used to go all the way across, so a lot of that is washed away. That boat that just went through there, that wave runner that's going through there, you couldn't go through there before. There were sandbars too far out. Matter of fact, he's going to be able to go across there. I'm shocked that that boat made it through there. So, and there's about 1,000 birds there. So these jetties right here, these jetties help keep things in place, I guess. I don't know. So you see all the sand piled up right there. So that would have been sand that came from the from that development. They cleaned out of underneath their buildings. And what we're doing here is we're heading down. This is Bonita Beach. And we're just heading down through here to see what the condition of the beach is and what they're doing. So, all right, so some people are losing their heads. They're actually building this up and they're making a big old berm, it looks like. So they're out here working on the sand and they're using the sand that was left over there. I don't know what they're doing. I know that the sand is supposed to go down the street and be reprocessed or processed clean before it comes back on the beach, but here you see that they're just putting it right back on the beach. That's a lot of sand. And I think what they're doing is they're building up the elevation of the sand. I don't know if you've seen what we've seen up by docks. This sand that's loose, it didn't take that storm an hour to blow all that out. So if you look at this all the way down through here, let's just go on down through here and check out the whole beach. So it looks like they are, I don't know if this is the government doing this or if this private development's doing this part of it. All right, so I just went all the way from Fort Myers Beach all the way down here to Naples, and it got affected all the way down here. I could see that there's sand that's up on the beach even another mile down. So not as bad as Bonita. Bonita really got hit hard, but there is a lot of sand that's been displaced. And it's amazing how much of it's still on the beach, and I'm not sure what they're doing with it, and I'm not sure how they work this out. I'm gonna call around and ask why they're doing things the way they're doing it. So I'm wondering if it's only contaminated if it went up onto the street, or is it, I mean, I don't know what the rules are, but there's big gigantic piles all the way down, and if you look at the Barefoot Beach area, they got some big gigantic piles, and they just put it all up on the beach in a pile, and they didn't push it back into the water, which is what they need to do. They need to get their beach back. So, but that's it. It's Remove It Pros Demolition, just showing you something very interesting, and I'll talk to you later. Thank you for watching our video. If you enjoyed what you saw, please subscribe and leave us a like. I will see you on the next video.